I want to do a different subject today, a total different subject, a more in line to deal with greed in human nature. Today we are told that greed is good, greed is healthy. The greedier you are, there's nothing wrong with it. However, is that true? Is there nothing wrong with being totally greedy, absorbed with wanting to make as much money as possible, not caring about your fellow man or your fellow woman? Um, I've been thinking over the last few years, billionaires and extremely wealthy celebrities. Not that I believe that you have the right to share your wealth. That is an individual conscience or an individual choice, what you do with your wealth. However, if I was a multi millionaire with money pouring out of my ears, so much money, I did not know what to do with it. How could I justify having 20-bedroom mansion, 15, even 10-bedroom mansions, 30,000 acres, and people are dying on the streets in the cold? People are starving. I'm trying to get into the mindset of the kind of people who have that kind of wealth, like Oprah, Bill Gates, the steel merchant. I think he's an Indian, no, he's Hindu, Lakshmi from England, Lord Sugar, Lord Branson. How can they sleep at night after, just before retiring to go to bed, they see on TV maybe some child dying because of starvation, or the homeless who just died because of winter's frost, and they go into the big massive mansions, rooms that are not being used at all, never will be used, and have no problem with it. Now, my Christian faith, I could not live like that, yet many pastors do, like Creflo Dollar. Many Christians who are millionaires, multimillionaires, have no problem living to such indulgence. But you think, would you not have more happiness in sharing, in making people happy? We already know that money does not make you happy. We know that, which is why the mass majority of rich people, right, take drugs. The pop celebrities, rock stars, journalists, when they get together, they take doctors and nurses. Well, they're not rich, but doctors and nurses take drugs. So we know money does not make you rich. And yet, the fixation, the need to want to make as much as they can, only to end up sniffing cocaine the next evening in order to ease the inner loneliness, to ease that space within them that is not being satisfied. Because money is not spiritual. Money cannot fill that hole within you. They know, because they're taking drugs. It speaks for itself. If money can fill that hole inside of you, why so many people taking drugs? You think to yourself, you sniff that $100 bill, a £50 note, I feel good, make you high. But it doesn't. With all the fast Ferrari, with all the big massive mansions, money does not make them happy. Despite the rhetoric, outdo your neighbor, compete with your neighbor, trample on your neighbor, and with all that, when we aspire these things, we're miserable, we're greedy, we're selfish. There is more to humanity than money. We have a spiritual side that needs to be fed. Of course, we live in the era of capitalism where that side is denied. We're told we're not humans, we're just money-making machine. So we forget the spirit. We forget that we too deserve to be watered. We too deserve to be loved. And that's what's happening. That's why humanity, human beings have become cold. We become like factories that are producing goods and money. And we forget the spirit. Even the very churches that we're supposed to find comfort in has turned into a money-making machine. Is it no wonder that human beings have lost their way? Is it no wonder that we have the next generation that are spiritless, lifeless, dead within? We've forgotten how to plug into nature. We've forgotten how to appreciate animals, the waterfall, life, breathing. We've forgotten how to laugh, how to smile, because we're told money, 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 money. That's all that matters. But when we look at things and when we start to see things into perspective, we begin to realize money does not make you happy. It takes something from within you. The more money you make, I'm not saying that wealth is wrong. Oh no, by no means. But when it sums up us as a human being, that we become so selfish. If I was a multimillionaire, you know what I'd do? I would write secret checks, and give it to somebody who really needed it. And I wouldn't say who I was. Just make their day. That would make me happy. Can you imagine? The secret to happiness is to make other people happy. Try it one day if you don't believe me. The secret to happiness is to make someone else happy. The secret to feeling good within is to give from yourself. That is the secret to life. Giving and not taking. Of course, we live in a system, a rotten, corrupt system, where we are told money is everything. Trample on your neighbor, trample on anybody. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you make that money. Forget the spirit. Forget humanity. Forget love. And look at the state we're in. Look at us. Dried as dead men's bones. Look at the drugs problem we have. Look at the broken families because we've traveled to find a new job. We move away from our families. And as a result of moving away, we isolate ourselves, trying to make a quick buck. I don't understand. I try to. If I'm a billionaire and I claim I'm opening schools here, I'm still a billionaire. I don't see my wealth going down. What it means is what's the word that you call it? When you give and in the IRS or Inland Revenue, they count it as, oh, that's your pain. It's a trick. It's a trick. The rich are not really giving away. They're not really, because they're making the money back. It's like you give it to charity, so that in that revenue don't take anybody off you. So, it's not really giving. Which is why they're still billionaires. The money don't go down. That's not giving. And these, I remember watching a program. I won't say who it was. The two famous people. One a singer, and the other is a tycoon, entrepreneur, multi-millionaire. And I was watching the program. She went over to, or did he go over? No, I think he went over to stay with her, and you can see away from the power, you can see the loneliness. You can see the loneliness, the emptiness. Right? In fact, one person I will mention, Simon Cowell. I remember when they did a documentary of Simon Cowell, and they went into his rich, wealthy bathroom, and the first thing I noticed were he had a cabinet, brimming with pills for depression, pills for hypertension, pills for you name it. The first thing I noticed, while the media look at his golden taps, whoa, look at his soda sunk in with golden steam in his bathroom, whoa. But the first thing I noticed was his cabinet with every kind of ailments, depression, anxiety, you name it. He had it in his cabinet, and I spotted it. And this is going back, 17 years ago, easily, about 70 years ago. This man, even though he's got money, he had personal issues in his life. Personal issues which are not dealt with because we are told money is how you judge people by. You judge people by how much they've got. Never mind whether you're dying inside. Never mind whether you see your family or not. You're just judged by how much money you've got. Little wonder why we take the kind of drugs that we do. I could never live in a mansion and not at least set up some project from my money and feed the poor. That would make me so happy. Feed the poor. That would make me so happy. Being able to give. I just don't understand how human beings can have all that wealth. All that wealth. Oh, if God exists, why are people poor? I didn't know why people are poor. Because multi-millionaires and billionaires are holding on to the 1%. Holding on. The 1% of the billionaires and multi-millionaires are holding on to the 99% of the wealth. 99%. This idea, there's no God. God is like, no, we're the problem. We are the problem. We can wipe out starvation. We can wipe out cancer. We can wipe out any sickness. If you can create a smart bomb that can take you to your house, stop there, turn right, if you've got a smart bomb to target your enemy and you can't kill cancer, you can't kill diabetes, but you can create a smart bomb to go into space and spy on people, but you can't cure cancer. You're lying. This is not a God issue. This is a man's issue. We don't care. Technology is so vast, it's scary. Technology can do anything. They'll create a microcosm of you. They'll create your twin. They'll create you a twin. That's how powerful technology is. That program, Changeling. Please, I'm begging you, watch Changeling, directed by Clint Eastwood. Changeling, like directed by Clint Eastwood. It is based in 1930s, true story, where the system pretended that the woman's disappeared son, that they created a kind of robot and said, oh, this is your son. This is back in 1930s. 1930s! This is back to 1930s, created her son. A doppelganger. It wasn't even him. And then pastor officer is going insane for not accepting this strange individual coming through a door, passing up as her son. That is how powerful the system was then. Imagine now. They can create you a doppelganger. They can create you a twin. Yet they can't kill cancer. Yet they can't kill diabetes. No, they don't want to. It's big money. It's big money. Oh, there's no God. There's no. We human beings are the problem. We don't love enough. It's all about money. We've allowed the government, we've allowed the system to suck out our hope, to suck out our spirituality. And when we're on our deathbed, we look to God. There's nothing there because they took him away from us, saying there's no God, only money. There's no God, only money. We've allowed Charles Darwin to brainwash us, to take away our hope. We've allowed the system to tell us there is no meaning to life. We've fallen for their false education. We've fallen for their false science. And when they've taken away your very meaning to existence, you become an ox, just a money-making machine. You become selfish and greedy. You don't want to share anymore. You've lost your soul. Wow! You've lost your soul. Thank God. If I became a multimillionaire, I would give. If I see you on the streets, you think I could walk past? I say, come on, brother. Come on, sister. Let me buy you something. Oh, by the way, I have a soup kitchen. And I've actually invested in a complex here. Come on, stay here. Let me clean you up. Let's work on a CV. So let's see what you're good at. So I can help you get a job. If the world was caring, that's what millionaires would do. Invest in a complex building. God, it's peanuts to them. It's peanuts. Don't cost nothing. Have a soup kitchen. And say, okay, let's see what you could do. We'll open a school here, carpentry, plumbing, cooking. Let's give you some confidence. They could do it. They could do it. I tell you, the wrong people get to the top. It's almost like it's a conspiracy that good people never rise, only the devil. Because why? As the Bible says, the devil is the God of this world. So if the devil is the God of this world, do you think he's going to make good people rise? No! If the devil is the God of this world, do you think he's going to create any hope? No! Do you think he's going to feed starving people? No. Think about it. That's why we have no love in us. We have the wrong kind of spirit ruling this world. We have to evaluate ourselves again and find our humanity. I said, you know something? Yes, making money is important. Paying my bills is important. But I want to find time to smell the flowers. I want to find time to spend with my family. I want to find time to spend with my wife, my husband, my other half. I want to find time to spend with my children. Valuable time. Because if God forbid, if I should lose them, I want to be able to say, I remembered telling them that I love you. I want to remember telling my family, my brothers, my sisters, my parents, my friends, I love you. It takes 2 seconds just to slow down. 2 seconds. And be aware of our human spirit again. Being aware that we are a living soul. I know we live in a secular age where the system has told us that we're nothing, we have no value but a money-making machine. That God don't love us, nothing loves us, we're just a money-making machine. No, I don't fall for the science and of this world. I don't fall for it. I have value. You have value. You are special. There will never be another you. When you've gone, there will never, in your DNA, your RNA, life can't create you again. No matter where you are in your life right now, life can't create you again. So love yourself. Don't ask who loves me. Love yourself. Love yourself. Because the greatest love of all begins with you. And when you learn to love your spirit, when you learn to love yourself, you'll be able to learn to love others. It's because I love myself why I can love white people. I can love black people. I can love Chinese people. Because I love myself and understand how important I am in creation. I can love you too. Don't let the system tell you that you're only a number, a money-making machine. You're more than that. You're a human being and you're special.